Hey everybody, I didn't want to do this type of video, but I have no choice. I've been asked, people have inboxed me. They saw the verses between Beyonce and Michael Jackson. They asked me about this new comparison between that Billboard started between Drake and Michael Jackson.
These niggas, yeah, Drake? Drake? The nigga that got bodied by Pusha T? The nigga that hiding his kid from the world, but his world wanna hide from the kid? Aubrey Graham in a wheelchair? Drake? Yes!
Yes, that Drake. Let's go. Hey everybody, I'm Breezy. On this channel here we talk about creativity and positivity. If that sounds good to you, then hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that bell to the algorithm and get all my content. Today, we're going to step away from the Count of My L series and really talk about this Drake versus Michael Jackson battle that Billboard started. I guess it happened because Drake broke the record of Michael Jackson's Thriller by having 9 singles in the top 10 of one album, which broke the record previously set by Thriller that had 7 top 10 hits. And Billboard asked the question of, is Drake as big as Michael Jackson was during his peak in the 80s? Now, I get it. You know, whenever there's someone that's great like Michael Jackson, we know we want to find the next. In the early 2000s, it was who's the next Michael Jackson? Usher, Justin Timberlake, and then it became Chris Brown. And then in the 2011s and 2010s, it became Bruno Mars and The Weeknd. And now we're here at Drake. And the thing is that, yes, because of how the methodology behind the Billboard charts have changed, it does appear that Drake is as big as Michael Jackson, but Drake isn't. First thing is that Michael Jackson sold copies and singles were released. When Billboard was first doing the single charts and things like that, people actually had to go out there and buy singles, which means 2 things had to happen. The artist had to release the single and then people had to go buy it. Not like now where you just stream it, so everybody that listens to the album for the first time is streaming the track and it gets put on the top 10. They might find a track that they like and they play it over and over again and it's on the chart. No, people actually go out there and buy it. So when Michael is dropping The Girl Is Mine, Billie Jean, Beat It, Human Nature, people are going out there and buying these singles. The next thing is that even though Drake has all these top 10 singles, he hasn't amassed more sales than Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson had to go out there and he had to sell physical albums. And when you look at Michael Jackson's streaming number and his sales number, it's not really that bad. Drake isn't even there in essence when you even look at impact. Michael Jackson was a global phenomenon who all over the world people went ahead and bought his stuff and they loved him and supported him. His tour sold out Wembley Stadium 8 times. When he announced the This Is It tour, it sold out quickly. O2 Arena, 50 nights sold out fast. And so what we're talking about is that you're talking about iconic status. And don't get me wrong, Drake is a great artist. He really is great. But Drake isn't an icon at that level. It's not that magnitude. So what's going on here? Well, because of streaming, the charts haven't been inflated. And so what ends up happening is that I can just play a song over and over again. People could stream the album for the first time and they hear it. Keep in mind that Kanye West's last album, Donda, had a number of singles in the top 10 as well. And that comes from the fact that, once again, everyone is streaming this to the album and those numbers count. But if those were just actual singles released, pure sales numbers, how will those numbers look? And that's a very different thing. It's why when you look at people like the early 2000s, when NSYNC was selling 2.4 million in 1 week, Eminem was selling 2 million, 1.8 million in 1 week. Like, these people were selling albums that people had to go out there and physically buy or download on iTunes. Like, they had to physically pay for that money rather than streaming it at a flat rate. And so when you look at the impact, Michael had people, droves of people that went out and bought Thriller that had sold somewhere around 60 million copies or 100 million copies. Anywhere between that spectrum, depending on what source you look at. Drake hasn't even had an album nowhere near that. Michael has 3 diamond albums and 2 that's about to approach diamond within the next few years at the rate the sales are going. Drake doesn't have a 1 diamond album. So no, Drake isn't on Michael Jackson's level, nowhere near. Drake's a great artist, but he should stick to competing with the Kanye West of the world rather than the king of pop, Michael Jackson. Now you have a different opinion, I wanna hear your comments. If you agree with me, I wanna hear your comments. Leave it below, and yeah, check out you soon. Peace. Bet.